And joining us now is Toronto Pearson spokesperson Sean Davidson. Sean, thanks very much for joining us. We watched that Air Canada flight, the first one take off from your airport. How are the operations going right now as you get the planes ready?
So I just got an update moments ago from our control center here. We've seen about 5 Air Canada planes take off so far. So good news, things are moving again. But it's been a really busy day here, Roger. Let's just step out of the way so you can take a look. These are the Air Canada planes that are still parked on the ground here. Air Canada had dozens of planes at Toronto Pearson that were parked when this airline suspended its flights. And now it's really a complicated and comprehensive plan to get them from here back to the gate. So we've been working around the clock with Air Canada on a plan to move these airplanes from behind me here back to the gate so they continue their service with the airline.
And what is the process for that? Now, we know a plane doesn't like to sit for long on the ground. Is there a more extensive check that you have to do before these planes can take off?
So all maintenance would be handled by Air Canada, but from our end here, we're working with them to learn more about their flight schedule and how that impacts us. So taking the dozens of planes that have been parked here strategically across the airport to make sure that the way that they are parked don't impact the operation of other airlines as well. But then they need to be towed to the gates. So basically, while we move them, making sure that they don't impact the operation of other airlines as well, working with our control tower to move them around. So really, it's a giant puzzle to sort of get these planes back to where they need to be. But we've brought extra staff into the terminals here. We have extra staff in our baggage systems because now passengers are flowing through again, and it's getting busy at the airport again.
How many planes are on the ground, and where are they going to be heading to?
So parked over the last few days, we've had dozens of planes parked here. Air Canada is responsible for their schedules, but from what we understand, they're aiming to get domestic, international, and transborder flights out of Toronto Pearson here tonight.
And will they all be going out tonight, or how many flights can we expect to leave today? What are we looking at tomorrow compared to a regular day?
So we're seeing their flights to begin right now. I mean, as you heard from Heather moments ago, they're definitely operating on a reduced schedule. But we continue to work around the clock with them as we learn more about their schedule. We're assisting them in any way that we can with their startup operation. So it's really a complex operation, but we've been working with them for a number of days on this plan. I mean, this is Canada's biggest and busiest airport. So we do have contingency plans in place for these types of events, and they've been put in place. And now we're working through that now as we work with Air Canada to get them up and running again.
And I imagine it's a similar situation. Did planes end up at airports across the country, or were there select airports where they were stopped?
Well, I can speak for Toronto Pearson. We are Air Canada's global hub. So a lot of the planes ended up here at Toronto Pearson. As I mentioned, dozens of planes parked in different areas of the airport. There was the ones that you see behind me, also planes in Air Canada's hangar. And it takes a lot of work to work on this parking plan because it needs to be very closely tracked to ensure. I mean, if you look behind, like, there's certain planes here that wouldn't be able to get out until other ones move. So it's working with Air Canada on our parking plan, working with them on their schedule, and really coming together to work as an airport community to get them moving as fast as possible as they begin their startup operations.
Okay, Sean, we appreciate the update. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Roger.
Sean Davidson is with Toronto Pearson International.